It's Friday night. It's 6 p.m. I've got a peanut in my throat, and it's time for the Study and Spin Show. Really caught me unawares, that one. Advice to anyone listening: whatever you do, don't wolf down a couple of cashew nuts right before you're supposed to do the big intro. I am suffering. How are we, Robert? How are we doing?
Much better than you are. How are you, mate? You good?
Yeah, I'm not so bad. I'm not so bad.
There's the sunshine over in your office, I see.
Yeah, it's a little bit warm, to be honest. I'm just gonna close it a little further so you can see a bit more of my pretty. That's what we're tuning in for.
That's what we're here for. That is what we're here for.
How's your week been? Have we
busy, burrowing away, work, and more work. But I'm now, my out of office went off on 5 to 5 today, and I won't be going back in till Tuesday, the 15th of September. So yes, I'm absolutely loving it.
Always a good feeling. Always a good feeling. That out, knowing that you're out of office, and it's like that little safety net, isn't it? Just to make sure that the world doesn't whisk you away. Big shout out to me grandmother Joan, who's listening as always, and anyone else who's listening on Facebook. Get in touch. Let us know who you are. Say hello. We always like to hear from you. Should we kick off with a banger, Robert?
Let's kick off with a banger. We're going to go over to Glasgow. This is a band called the Dunts, D-U-N-T-S. A track called Learn from Glasgow. They are. Now, this band actually do a cover of Hey Ya by Outkast.
Really?
Yes.
I tell you what, that was definitely one of my favorite tracks growing up. I used to listen to that literally all the time.
Yeah. I thought it was.
What was the album called? Was it Speakerbox?
Speakerbox and The Love Below. It's a class album, that, isn't it? It's brilliant.
Andre 3000.
Yes. Andre 3000 and Jesus. Can't remember now.
I can't remember. Oh, it's gonna really bug me. If anyone's listening who knows who the other half of Outkast was, other than Andre 3000, please get in touch and let us know, because it will bug us.
I think he was just called Big Boy, wasn't he?
I couldn't tell you.
Big boy with an I.
Could not tell you. Anyway, back up to Glasgow, a rich city, city of rich musical heritage.
Yes.
And these are called the Dunts, did you say?
The Dunts, yes, the Dunts.
What do we know about them other than that they're from Glasgow?
They're from Glasgow. They've released a really good cover of Hey Ya. They've only got 2 tracks on Spotify, so it's this and Hey Ya. They're up and coming. NME have come out and said, they're very quite sort of post-punky. I think I really like them. I think they sort of, there's this definite sound coming out of Glasgow at the minute, isn't there? That's very much sort of quite heavy, quite sort of, royal, sort of like a more sort of punky version of Royal Blood, almost. You know what I mean?
I hear that. Yeah. Well, shall we give these guys a play and see if they fit into that?
Yes, let's give it a whirl and see what we think.
This one's by the Dunts, and it is called Learn. And it is called, we'll get there, Learn. that was the Dumps for Learn. I know what you mean, like Glaswegian sound.
Yes.
So they've got that one on Spotify, and also a pretty good cover of Outkast AR. Outkast being Andre 3000 and Big Boy, of course.
Thank you, Sam.
Thanks for Sam, and also thank you to my mother who all that, Kathy. They've managed to stream us to the conservatory now. So
perfect.
Cheers to everyone listening. Cheers to Mel for tuning in.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So, filled evening for you. Bit of music news to start with. Well, big bit of music news on the old Leeds scene. Sure if everyone has seen the announcement there.
Mm-hmm.
I have. Not only the Cribs back, as we reported on a mere 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yes.
Obviously, we were delighted that the Germans are back in action with a new single, new album coming out, and tour to follow. But they've also announced a return gig with none other than The Music.
I know.
That
I can't wait.
Is absolutely incredible. You got The Music, the Cribs, the Coral, I think it was the Skillets. Every single band on that lineup begins with the word "the."
And the Skinner Brothers.
It's a good thing the early noughties marketing executives didn't have their way with those bands, because they would be called Coral 68, Music 502. And Cribs 101, but
it's like on the Sum 41 video where they're like
the Sums,
the Sums, the Strokes, the Hives. Do you smoke? Oh, you smoke now? Yeah.
It's like, we're now going to call you the Sums.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That looks like a class lineup. I mean, anything. I mean, what price are they going to charge the tickets for? Even if they've got tickets for 40 quid, you'd pay 40 quid.
Because the shows like that, they're like a mini festival. It's like
of course it is. I mean, the Cribs, the Coral, and The Music all together in sort of one after the other is going to be absolutely insane.
It's big noughties indie lineup. That it's a bit of suck it and spin that.
Yes.
We will be. Ainsley's already been in touch before the show even started today. So if you tuned in, Ainsley, cheers for the request. We are going to play a bit of the music in the Power Half Hour at the end of the show, in light of this fantastic news.
Yes.
We've got a pretty free half hour than that. I think we've already had a request for Soul Wax, but that still leaves up a power 20 to 23 minutes. So anything like, depending on what you choose. Obviously, if it's Bohemian Rhapsody and Champagne Supernova, that's pretty much the rest of the half hour.
Anything by Yes. We can just block out that 20 minutes. But apart from that,
we won't be playing anything by Yes or Bohemian Rhapsody. Apologies for Susie, who's tuning in, but no, we will not be playing Bohemian Rhapsody in the Power Half Hour.
Unlucky Susie. Unlucky.
Susie Two Moons. So what we've got loads of good music coming up. We've got some from Cabbage, another of our favourites. They've got a new album coming out on their own. They're debuting their own record label called Brassica Records.
I'm looking forward to that.
Self-releasing their second album, which should be interesting to see how it goes.
Yes.
They are, of course, a very, very creatively unique. Are they six tuplet, or it's 5 pieces?
Fim, isn't it? 5. What?
Yeah, quintuplet. Yeah. They're a very creatively unique quintuplet. Every song sounds a little bit different from the last, and they tend to get quite weird and wacky at times. So it'll be interesting to see what they come out with when they haven't got any label constraints at all.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Looking forward to it. It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
What else have we got on the lineup tonight? We've got a bit of all sorts, but we'll chuck another tune on first, Robert.
Yes. Should we do let's do a newish one. I know we mentioned Cabbage, but we can save them till a little bit later on, can't we?
Yeah.
Why not? This one is off it's called Hot Power by a band called Moon Attendant. Now, these guys, when I saw they were from Northampton, I was like, oh, they don't really sound like they're from Northampton. Ha ha ha. Northampton in Massachusetts, not in sunny England.
Yeah, if you get to Kettering, you need to double back up the
probably
A1. You've gone too far.
No, you've gone way too far. But this is off the.
I'd always think a band that was from Northampton would end up singing a bit flat.
Yes. Just like that went, yeah?
Yeah. I guess.
Good.
So Northampton's in Massachusetts, is
Northampton in Massachusetts, yeah. It's off the album One Last Summer that was released on the 28th of August. So just last week. I've listened to it today. I think it's a class little an album. And I can see you smirking because you've just looked at the comments.
Not at all.
All right. Okay. Fair enough.
Shout out to HTV for getting in touch as well. So
I was going to wear mine today, but I thought, you know what? I had a feeling that you were wearing yours, and I thought, let's not.
It's been a while since mine's been debuted, and it problem is on a sunny day like this, with it being black, it ends up being a little bit because it's long sleeved.
Yeah,
it's not quite summer attire. But it looks like the sun's just disappeared, so I might be getting off a little bit lucky.
You'll be all right.
Anyway, back to it. We're playing Moon Attendants. They're from Massachusetts, near Boston, Northampton. If you get to Boston, you've gone too far. You need to go back up the A1.
Oh, you're so partridge. Just play the song, please.
Well, anyway, this one is called Hot Power. It's by a band called Moon Attendants.
A noble cry is the design of a heart. We're in this room at different speeds.
really, really like that track. Do you know what it reminds me of? Kind
Go
of
on.
towards the beginning, starts off like a early Tame Impala, progresses through a bit of even maybe T-Rex or something, and then ends on Muse's Night to Sidonia.
Yeah.
It's got that western feel to it at the end, hasn't it? I just expect to see like tumbleweed and cowboys and guys in those big, huge hats that went on for ages. Do you know the ones I mean?
Yeah. I know what you mean.
If anyone knows what those hats are called, get in touch. We always love to hear from you. If you're
They're
listening,
not called Stetsons.
no, Stetsons are the normal cowboy hats that have like a little dint. These are like the sort of big.
All right, like a big.
Get lower, like they go all the way up and down, and then out the side. They've got a slightly different name. Big shout out to anyone who's tuned in from Manchester Radio Online. Tweet us at Suck It and Spin. We always like to know you're listening. We've still got a very, very barren looking power half hour. So give us a shout. We want some big tunes. 10-gallon hats, they're called. 10-gallon hats.
Who told you that?
Thanks, Mum.
Oh, your mum.
Okay. Yes, we've got a very boring-looking power half hour, so get in touch with your requests.
If anyone wants to actually ring up and DJ the last half hour as well, I will actually be here. I've got to jump on a train, so if anyone wants to ring up Jacob and join him for the last half hour, you're more than welcome and take my place.
what have you got me in for here?
Oh, mate, I'll get loads of people ringing up. It'd be class. Yeah. It'd be class. They'll enjoy it.
What was it? Mark and Lard that used to do all the prank calls and everything from radio. We toyed with the idea of doing that at first, didn't we? But I didn't think it'd go down too well in this day and age.
Now we've got a solid viewership. Now that's all right. We can pump out any old crap now.
You can even get away with the occasional C bomb, not the big one, just the little C.
Oh, yes. What's wrong with you today? Have you drunk some Portuguese juice or something?
It's because I'm drinking coffee instead of beer for once.
We're doing a sober start of September, aren't we?
Yeah. September. Seven-step program.
Right.
No, it's just a bit of health choice. Weekend off this weekend. There's nothing in my social agenda. So.
Very nice. Good on you. Speaking of more music news, the Cribs, we mentioned them earlier on, but at the moment, and it's currently going on now, but wait till we've gone off air and then go on. They're doing their own sort of phone-in. So you can ring up this particular number, and all the links are on their social medias, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. And you can ring this number and speak to one of the Cribs about anything you want. It's like a phone-in. It's brilliant. I nearly rang Ryan Jarman, not Ryan. I nearly rang Ross up today
and just said, "Can we do it as part of the show?" But should have.
Unfortunately, full-time job calls, and those apprenticeships won't enroll themselves, will they?
We can't all be we can't all devote our professional working life to the music industry. Sadly,
unfortunately,
some of us are mere hobbyists.
Yes, we are. But if you're a fan of the Cribs, I think Ryan is on at the moment, and then they're going to finish up with Gary. So if you do want to speak to the Cribs, give them a call.
What would you ask Gary?
Why are you so miserable?
He's a bit of he's the quiet one, isn't he?
Yeah, sorry. Why are you the quiet one?
Man of few words when we met him, as opposed to Ryan and Ross, who were full of joy,
full of shots as well.
Yeah, full of JD by the end of the evening.
Yes, they were good on them.
For those who don't know, we did actually have the Cribs on for our opening night. It was a spectacular evening, and hopefully be plenty more like that once this darned lockdown is behind us, and we can actually start doing like events and club nights and things.
I mean, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? I mean, I know there's quite a few. Obviously, you did the Demented Disco
last
weekend, sort of club night-ish at some birds.
Club night-ish.
Well, it's not a true one, is it? Because we're not allowed to do whatever. But that went down a success, didn't it?
That seems
so. Hopefully, these little tentative events, it gets people out, and if it can be a band, if it's one member of the band doing an acoustic gig to 50 people, it's better than nothing, isn't it? It's better than a live stream gig. Let's pput it out there, that's filmed on someone's iPhone.
Yeah, definitely. There is talk of it's still in the pipeline at the moment, so I sadly can't announce it on today's show. But tune in next week because we may have a Suck It and Spin Club Night-ish announcement for you, depending on what depending on how the next week fares.
Okay.
We'll keep you tuned on that.
Let me know. Yeah.
Well, clearly someone's not been paying attention in the Suck It and Spin group today.
I did see it. It was for effect, Jacob. It was a joke.
Oh, right, okay.
But
you sound like Alan Partridge.
Nah, it's all the coffee. We could go around in circles.
We could. Let's play another tune, shall we?
I've got a hunger for a way out of this, Jacob.
Yep.
Good. Because we're going to play Sweeping Promises, Hunger for a Way Out. It's an album of the same name, Hunger for a Way Out. This was released August 14th. Guess where these guys are from?
I don't actually know. Go on.
Boston.
Tell me more about them.
They're from Boston, Jacob. Yeah, Boston in Massachusetts.
Right. So we've got a bit of a Massachusetts.
Yes, we've got a Massachusetts theme. I didn't even realise it until I have just looked at both my notes, and they're both from Massachusetts. So I wonder if Moon Attendant and Sweeping Promises have ever met.
I reckon. I don't know, because American states are a lot like bigger than British sort of.
Britain.
Britain in general.
Yeah.
But it's. I mean, imagine if you're from the same place.
Yeah. Well, I imagine if you are from the same place and stuff, then fair enough. But yeah, fair play to them. I'm looking forward to, again, hopefully getting some of these guys over and hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
When
gigs can happen again.
That darn virus that we're not allowed to talk about because you get taken off the airways whenever you do.
Can't mention that.
The big C word. Hopefully, when that goes, then everyone is. We won't have to do this radio show because everyone will be out all the time.
We'll have finally retired from professional radio and gone back to DJing.
Radio.
Speaking of professional radio, we have a couple of requests coming for the Power Half Hour. Yes.
Go on. What have we got?
Divine Comedy, something for the weekend.
Very nice.
Because it is a Saturday, of course. No, it's not. It's Friday, but it will be Saturday tomorrow.
Will be Saturday.
We've also got a request for In Spiral Carpets featuring Marquis Smith, so we might be able to slip that one in.
What song's that? I didn't know they did a song.
To be honest with you, I didn't. I'm going to have to research that one during the second part of the show. I'm running out of time to pad here. I'm going to be honest. Can we play a different tune and come back to that one?
Yeah, let's play a different one.
What we're going to play?
I don't know. Why don't we just play Cabbage?
Yep. Great. So Cabbage, new album out. We mentioned it before. Out on their own Brassica Records. They've leaked. This is the second song they've released from the album. They did an art form from Falling to Pieces, which avid Corrie fans should note is actually a devotion to the popular TV show on ITV, which the band are all a big fan of. You can listen to that one online. This is the second single from the album that's not quite out yet, and it is called Get Out of My Brain.
I believe in myself.
think if the last track, what was it called again? Art Form from Falling to Pieces. If that was more Libertinesy, then this one was definitely more Mondays. It has that real kind of 90s baggy feel in the middle of it that I really enjoyed. And when you just can't see something for looking at it.
Yeah.
That song was right at the top of my list, ready to go before.
Don't worry about it.
So shall we dive straight back over from Manchester to Massachusetts?
Yes, let's do that. That was Get Out of My Brian, if you're dyslexic, by the way, from Garage.
Is that how Arctic Monkeys wrote Brainstorm, do you reckon?
Yeah. Turner's actually incredibly dyslexic. But there you go. This is Sweeping Promises, and it is called, Jacob?
It's called Blue.
Blue. Dabba-dee-dabba-die.
Which is what I felt after I struggled to look for it for ages and got to the end of the padding section, and I'm still not found it. It was right in front of me all along. Anyway, this is by Robert.
Sweeping Promises, and it's called Blue. Are you playing something else?
I like that.
Yeah, I like it.
I thought it was very, very class little number. It'd be great to go to South by Southwest in Texas, because
Yes.
you can imagine that it's just full of these little bands from Massachusetts and areas of America that you don't really expect to have a thriving music scene, but just because of the sheer size of it and the sheer amount of even the fact like Fender, Gibson, Yamaha, they're all kind of headquartered in the US. I know Yamaha's Japanese originally, but Fender and Gibson it's an all-American company, isn't it? So they are all American companies. So I can imagine this, even just the quality of musicianship over there would probably be.
Oh, I'd absolutely love it.
Higher.
Me and you, we'd love to go. I think it'd be fantastic. So yes.
Then again, though, did you hear what happened this year? they had to cancel it obviously because of COVID, and it was
Yeah.
like 2 days before the event, so they'd already outlaid everything for building the stages, ordering the portaloos, getting them delivered,
Yeah.
sound engineer, flying the bands everywhere, everything. All the costs incurred of running that festival had already been paid, and that the day before it was supposed to take place, it was cancelled. So they haven't refunded a single customer and made 2/3 of the workforce redundant.
I mean, yeah, but I think it's such an institution, isn't it? Something like South by Southwest. It's
not going to go anywhere.
It's not going to go anywhere, and people will still go. I think it was just really poor timing.
I think they've said to everyone, you get a discount ticket next year.
Yeah, I think it's just really poor timing. So hopefully we can go. So if you are listening, South by Southwest, which you are,
obviously,
2 all access press passes, please. Thank you.
Cheers.
We've had another request for the Power Off Hour.
Brilliant.
Ricky B. Rick Brooks. Hello.
Oh, hello.
He's requested GNT by Pigs. Pigs times 7.
Pigs. Lots of pigs.
Lots of pigs.
What's the colour group of pigs? Because we had a murder of crows mentioned on the last show, didn't we?
Group of pigs. Don't know, mate.
It's not school, is it? Someone will know. Get in touch if anyone's listening. If anyone has an intrepidly encyclopedic knowledge of farm animals.
I do. Well, I know how to Google it while I'm on air. It's called a passel of pigs. Passel, P-A-S-S-E-L. Passel of pigs. So Ricky B's requested GNT by Passel of pigs. So if you can squeeze that in, Jacob, that would be lovely for Ricardo Brooks. If not, if you need a little smaller, request, then let us know. But I think that should be pretty full now, to be fair.
We're getting full. We've got we've already got the Divine Comedy, a bit of Inspiral Carpets. We've got Soul Wax. We've got the music. We've got pigs.
Passel of pigs, yes.
Passel of pigs. It sounds like a game you'd play at a kids' party, that, innit? Should we play Passel of pigs?
Ooh. Bit of a weird kids' party, yeah, but yeah.
I grew up in the country, mate.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. It sounds like a game that you'd play if you were if Queen were your favourite band.
I got told off for that one last weekend because it's my little cousin's favourite band.
Oh,
so shout out to Alfred if you're listening. You're allowed to you're allowed to love Queen for now.
Well, you are up to an age, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure your mother will educate you over the coming years on the likes of the Pixies and the Stone Roses and all the greats from the 90s. And now we've got a Weller Watch coming up in 25 minutes, haven't we? But shall we get on with some more music in the meantime?
Well, hopefully, because I'm going down to the old LNDN after the show, so hopefully I might just stagger around a little bit at Little Venice and see if I can do my own actual Weller Watch.
Yeah, just try and actually spot Weller.
Yeah,
you could get a little soundbite of him.
Yeah,
a little video soundbite clip for next week.
Perfect. That would be fantastic. But I'll keep my eyes out. But I've been sent one. I'm not going to lie, it's not great. So if you do want to send another one, that'd be fantastic. But it's a celebrity doing a mundane thing, and that is a very rare occurrence now. Now everyone seems to be back in work and not wearing masks and just doing whatever the hell they want. It's a very rare occurrence.
It is.
I actually saw a celebrity last night as well.
Did you?
Yes.
Did you? You've done your own Weller Watch this week.
I've done my own Weller. I've just remembered.
Do you want to save this? Do you want to save
it? Oh yeah, I'm going to save it. Yeah, I actually saw a celebrity last night.
What we're going to play in the meantime?
Let's play a band that we played before. So we played Cheap Teeth before. But we've not played this single before. It's called Greed. This single was out of May of this year. I love this little single. I think it's a class little one. Cheap Teeth, great little band. Again, they were due to be playing Manchester April, May before all this kicked off. So it's a shame because we were going to go and see them. So it's a shame that we didn't. But there you go. Hopefully.
Gigs will be back soon. And by gigs, we mean proper gigs, not stood in a little put my teeth back in. Stood in a chicken coop in a field in Newcastle watching Sam Fender. We mean proper gigs in a venue. I'm sure. France have announced that they're doing gigs up to 5,000 now as long as you wear a mask. And for me, that's That's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
I know.
There's a market. In fact, I'm not giving away my idea.
Don't.
Well, I'm sat. If they announce that gigs can take place without social distancing, but they require masks, I am sat on a doozy of an idea.
Well, make sure you don't tell all the 10 listeners that we've got.
That's just on Facebook, obviously. Everyone from Manchester Radio Online.
We've got a lot on Manchester Online, and thank you very much for listening there. Facebook, YouTube. But this one is by Cheap Teeth. It's called Greed. We've all got it. We've all got a bit of it, haven't we? So
the song.
Yeah, it's a bit of song. Yeah, we've all got some cheap teeth in our heads as well. So yeah, let's hopefully enjoy this one as we enjoyed the last single.
Ain't it easy being petty when you've got no faith? I remember July 21. I remember those days. Ain't it some casual mistake? Ain't it just a trick of the hand I missed? I hate to see you bleed in this town, 'cause this town is full of blood, and the bodies run green with greed. Five more hours in these sleeping pills. 6 more hours in the Hollow Hills. Which white demon is it time to show? 5 more hours out here sucking more. A positive manipulation of a rumor that just needs time. Oh, we need some time. It's gonna tear religion apart. Slow down. Sensation. Slow down. Positive manipulation of a rumor you never loved. Exquisite emancipation of death from above. Now what am I doing here? Is it my sole purpose in life? I had to start a fight, 'cause you've gone too far this time.
Interesting name for a band, that Cheap Teeth.
Yeah.
I mean, how would you define expensive teeth? I mean, expensive gold teeth. Man, you know, how are teeth cheap? Are they just the ones that like you get given because they're technically free?
I imagine it's the teeth that you go to Turkey when you get your teeth done, and you look like you've got like
hair transplant sort of thing.
Yeah, dodgy hair transplants, dodgy teeth. They don't sound like they get dodgy teeth from Turkey, to be fair.
No, I just always find it dead funny when one of your mates goes on holiday and he comes back either with a full head of hair or a big set of brand new veneers, and you're like, oh yeah, 2 weeks in Turkey, was it? Sunbathing, whatever. Pull the other one.
Pull the other one, pal. Pull the other one. But yeah, no, it's I love that little track. I think it's sort of very maybe a Nick Cavey at the start with his voice, and then sort of goes into a bit more of a rock and roll vibe. But yeah, it's good. Like Cheap Teeth. Cheap. Big shout out to Taylor Donacci, as always. Thank you very much for listening, T Dizzle.
She'll put some sarcastic comment on the Facebook and then clear off like she usually does.
Yeah, she normally does that. She's
good at doing that.
If you are listening to that, I've got some cracking photos of different front doors for you to use. That's little PJ. But I won't do any more online on the air. I've noticed that Lindsay isn't listening tonight, and I know why. I don't know why.
Is the cricket on?
It's 2020 on. Yeah,
Is
we're
it?
playing the Aussies, so it is
No,
pretty
it's
decent.
1844 by the watch.
Is it? No,
Sorry.
Jesus. Jesus.
This is what happens when I don't have a beer when we're doing the show. It just turns into terrible puns and bad partridge humour.
Yeah, it turns into something, doesn't it?
Yeah, you need to dose me before the episode next time.
Yeah, I will do.
Speaking of which, shall we play some? What have we got lined up next on this week's playlist?
It's an artist that we've played before, and it's a single we played before, but it's just nice. It's a nice sort of toe tapper. It's by Abby Ozard.
I liked her.
Yes, called Crocodile Tears. Isn't she signed to Heist to Hit, or have I made that
up? Testing me now. Might have been. We'll do a cheeky Google. It looks bad, doesn't it, when I'm sat here with the Heist jumper on, going
You don't have to know everything, every single band that is signed to Heist to Hit, to be honest. But I think she is signed to them. I think, or I think I might have made that up. But yeah,
no, I know Hannah's. I don't know. No, I don't think so. I think you might have made that one up, Robert.
Just made it up. Well, maybe they should sign her.
Maybe they should actually. I would definitely hotly tip her if she's not already.
Sam, if you're listening, just email her or email us, and we probably got her email address or something.
She's on Modern Sky.
Ah, right.
So another one we play. Obviously, Blinders, Jamie Webster. We knew where it's gone. We knew it was someone we knew.
I knew it was someone we knew. There you go. It was either that or Rough Trade or Island Records.
We don't know anyone. Hey, is that CBS?
You know, Sports Team are signed to Island Records.
Are they?
Yeah, Island Records.
Island.
Yeah,
great label. They're owned by someone else now. Is it like Warner and? I think it's Warner and Sony have just basically bought up every other major label that used to exist.
Yeah, and then it's just
they're all owned by someone else now. Anyway, Abby Ozard. This one is out on Modern Sky Records, and it's a belting tune. It is called Crocodile Tears.
Nothing's making sense. You were here, now you're gone in a sec. Still run to your defense. Second guess my regrets when you call me upset. 'Cause I don't want your crocodile tears. All I wanted was you here. I don't want your crocodile tears. 'Cause nothing really matters now that you're gone. Saw you again as friends, but there's some things that I can't pretend. All the days we spend, common sense calls me up, but I'm back here again. 'Cause I don't want your crocodile tears. All I wanted was you here. I don't want your crocodile tears. 'Cause nothing really matters now that you're gone.
with Crocodile Tears. Right, nice little chilled out number, that one,
it's
isn't
nice,
it?
isn't it? Yeah, I love that song. It's it's just nice, just relaxes you. It eases you into the weekend, which I feel like we are doing today. We're not really, we're all normally sort of all guns blazing, aren't we, the first hour? But we've been quite relaxed. It's been quite.
We have.
I wouldn't. Yeah.
I wouldn't do it again. No, I'm joking. It's fun. Shout out to Steve, who's just tuned in as well. Good to hear from you. And we have got a full looking at Power Half Hour. We've got Weller watching 10 minutes.
We have.
We might be able to squeeze one or two more requests in. We've already got Pigs, Divine Comedy, Spiral Carpets featuring Monkey Smith, the music, and Soul Wax. But if you've got any more suggestions for our Power Half Hour, if you want to get in touch, message in during the Power Half Hour, keep me company, because it's going to be yours truly seeing out the evening as Robert makes his way down to London to the Big Smoke.
And speaking of which, me and Jake have been talking about off air. I'm currently bidding for a first class seat on the train.
I never knew you could do this. Don't tell too many people about it, because it's absolutely phenomenal.
It's an app. I'm not going to tell you the app, but you just bid for first class tickets on trains. So I'm currently winning the bid. Now I'm not going to tell you what train I'm going to get either, because I know for a fact someone will spy and buy the ticket.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I've already downloaded the app just to drive your bid up. I've been bidding against you secretly under the table for the last 10 minutes.
I've currently got 45 minutes left, and I'm winning the bid at £12 for the upgrade, £12 each. So yeah, it should be really good, to be fair. So happy days. It's going to be
happy days. Happy days.
Happy days. There we go.
There we go.
Fantastic. But there you go.
Fantastic indeed.
We'll play a little bit more new music.
It's what the show's all about.
This is what the show's all about. This is by a band called Drugstore Romeos. Now this is a song called Frame of Reference. This single was out earlier on this year, around April time. Don't really know about Drugstore Romeos, if I'm being perfectly honest. Don't know a lot about them. Didn't get a chance to research them, as I probably should have done before this show. I normally do, but work has been pretty hectic. But yeah, I like this track.
It's a very cool name for a band. I'm guessing they must be American with a name like that, because
I think they might be. Yeah, it reminds me of what's that band? Were they called Bang Bang Romeo, or was that a single?
Yeah,
was that a band?
They played at Confessional Festival a couple of years ago.
Yeah, it's a band.
They've actually got pretty big now, when they tour, they do academy size venues.
Yeah.
Pretty sure they sold Academy 1 out in Manchester, which is no mean feat at all. Especially considering I don't think they're even from Manchester. I think they're from Sheffield. Bang Bang Romeo, I don't know. But Drugstore Romeos almost certainly aren't from Manchester with a name like that.
No.
We'll get back to you with some more information after this short commercial break. Anyway, this one's called Frame of Reference, one of their new tracks, and it's a doozy, so stick around.
On the best course, eat me less.
That one was Drugstore Romeos, who are in fact from the UK. I was totally wrong with that one. Apparently, in Fleet, in Hampshire,
Fleet in Hampshire.
they do actually call pharmacies drugstores, which I would have never got my head right. I suppose Pharmacy Romeo doesn't really have the same ring to it. There's a chemist Juliet. It's just not. It's not going to go down too well. That one, is it? I'm going to start using a laugh track on this show just for when I make the jokes that you're not laughing at. It does my head in. I get a gag lined up.
Yeah, but yeah, I like that track. Very sort of dreamy. It's got a New Order bass line running through it.
Yeah, it has. It reminds me a bit of Age of Consent. That very high Peter Hook-esque bass line. Yeah, great tune. Really enjoyed that one. Hopefully hear a lot more coming from them. Is it nearly, though, Robert? Is it nearly time for Weller Watch?
It's nearly time. I think we can squeeze one more.
Squeeze one in. Well, we have had another request come in for the Power Half Hour in the form of The Cure. With the Caterpillar, so we're going to fit that one in for Susie. Which I think
half hour earlier. We might even have to start earlier.
You've already got one foot out the door, haven't you, Robert? That's what it is.
No, hey mate, if I could, I would be with you, but unfortunately, I've hopefully got a first-class train seat waiting for me. I did listen to, unfortunately, we couldn't fit it in onto the tonight's show, but I did get to listen to a Disco Freaks radio show this Wednesday when they played on Hoxton, and they had a live act in. They had Nick Corbin in. Now, I've seen that they've been sort of promoting Nick and saying, you know, that I've not had a chance to listen to any of his EPs and stuff, but his new album had just come out this week. If you're thinking, if you really liked when Plan B went a bit soul and a bit like that, it's a bit like that without the rapping. It's out without the rapping, so he's got a very soulful voice. It's very sort of, yeah. He's good. He's really good. Listen to his album. Nick Corbin is called. You can find it on all good streaming platforms. If you want to just go out and buy it. But yeah, didn't manage to fit one of his. And we might be able to fit in one of his tracks later on. But yeah, if not, it will be next week. But
yeah, we'll get him in next week. Sure.
Yeah, he's really good. He's and it was nice. Do you know what it was nice, Jacob? It was nice to hear a live sort of session from someone, you know, on the radio, and it just sort of reaffirms that things might be getting back to normal a little bit.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. We can only but hope for that.
Yes.
Then you don't have to spend your Friday nights putting up with our ugly mugs every week.
No.
We can move to a different day of the week so that we can still go to pubs and gigs on Friday.
Yeah.
The Suck It and Spin train shall roll on.
Yeah. It should be good.
We've also got a bit of news in the pipeline as well that we touched upon last week, but just to reaffirm, Suck It and Spin will be launching the label side of our empire on the 25th of this month. More news to follow on that one. But stay tuned. We're doing our very first debut release of a Manchester 3-piece.
Yes, more news to follow, and that's probably why me and Jacob look very tired at the moment, because we're working very hard because I'm getting calls from EMI every single week about it. So it's exhausting.
I had to sign the contracts in blood and everything. Yeah. Tony Wilson. I'll just still really lock it in.
Yes. But what we'll do is we'll play another track, and then we'll play some Weller Watch. Well, we'll play some Weller Watch. We'll do Weller Watch. This is by a band called the Fruit Tones. Now, we have played this band
Manchester
before.
Band.
Yes, we played them before. What song did we play before? Can you remember, Jacob?
I can't actually remember the name of the song, but I do always see them knocking. I think one of them works at Night and Day Cafe, which is around the corner from the office I'm sat in at the minute. So I always see him bobbing up and down Oldham Street with the flare, the very recognisable bunch with the flares and the big 70s jackets and stuff. They always look really cool.
Was he doing that? I think he must have been doing the Hot Dog Jive. That's what we played last time.
That's what it was. I do remember now. I do remember.
But this one is called I Know Where Love Comes From. It's by the Fruit Tones. And yeah, it's a great little Manchester band. We always like to represent Manchester. So yeah, give this one a listen and see what you think.
Natural
was Fruit Tones, one of Manchester's finest three pieces. With their tune "I Know Where Love Comes From." Cracking video on that as well. Obviously, don't go anywhere now. But after the show, if you want to give them another listen, make a note, get on YouTube. A great little video out for that one.
Yeah,
we do love them. They're very, they're kind of like a middle ground between like the Hives and the Beach Boys, with their waves thrown in there.
I was going to say the Hives.
Yeah, definitely. Band.
But now, Jacob,
Is it the moment we've all been waiting for?
It's a moment we've all been waiting for. It is time for Weller Watch. I get stopped in the street about Weller Watch these days. People up and down the country keep asking me, Weller Watch, is it real? Do we make these up? These are not made up. Just so happens that a couple of them rhyme, but that's nothing to do with it. And we got a bumper one.
It's only some of them.
It's only some of them. Yeah, it's only some of them. And we got a bumper episode today. Do you know why?
Okay.
Because I've got one as well.
Spoil me. Oh, so we've got a double wedge Weller Watch for the for this week's show. Brilliant. Okay, it's like going to Subway and get yourself a foot long, isn't it?
It is. So what we'll do is we'll start off with mine. I went to the New Oxford last night. I went to the New Oxford pub in Salford for a little
cracking boozer for those who don't know.
Cracking boozer for a little pint after work. I thought I've earned this. This has been a tough old week. So I get to my pint, sits down. Oh, I'm enjoying this. It's been a tough old week. Oh. And who should I see across from me?
Can I have a clue?
It's an actress. It actually does rhyme with week as well.
Don't know any actresses. If it wasn't Keira Knightley, don't want to know.
It was Maxine Peake.
She was in loads of BBC dramas, and she was at the Socialist Sunday as well.
She was also in Shameless.
She was. She's been in a lot of things.
She was in Shameless. What else was she in? She was in Dinner Ladies as well. For anyone who remembers Dinner Ladies. So yeah, Maxine Peake. I was having a couple of bevies last night in the New Oxford. Loving life.
Maxine Peake on the big midweek.
Maxine Peake on the big midweek.
There you go. See, it's not that they all rhyme. It's just we find ways to make them rhyme.
For them.
Maxine Peake on the big midweek.
Now
that was a great one. I don't know how you're going to beat that.
That was mine. So the one that actually came in was I got a Twitter DM. Someone slid into my DMs. Gavin from Twitter slid into my DMs. He said,
"Where's Gavin from?"
Gavin. Gavin is actually from Birmingham. So the middle of the country.
Midlands. What are they doing listening to Manchester Radio Online in Birmingham? I mean, fair play to you. Stay tuned in. Clearly someone knows where it's at.
We get about. There's
not much great music from Birmingham, is there? I mean, there was Sabbath. Was Judas Priest from Birmingham? That's scraping the barrel, innit?
I'm sure there are many great bands up and coming through from Birmingham. I will be diplomatic about it because I haven't had a beer yet. UB40 were from Birmingham. The Streets.
The Streets?
Yeah, Mike Skinner's like originally from around Birmingham.
Is it?
Yeah. ELO.
ELO. They sound like they could have been plucked off, don't they?
Midnight Runners.
Yeah, of course.
Wizard. I Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day. And the Spencer Davis Group, to name but a few. The Beat as well, if you remember The Beat. And the Moody Blues, who I didn't know who they were.
So I stand corrected. Birmingham is...
man in the orthopaedic thing.
Yeah, here we go. Again. You're blaming it on me. I'm not the root cause of the problem.
Can't help it.
So Birmingham, seemingly a city with rich musical heritage, but either way, plenty of great music out of Manchester as well, and plenty of great listeners to Manchester Radio Online in Birmingham.
My mum just said Slade as well.
Rick Brooks has just said Bob Marley. I think no.
Duran are from Birmingham. He's right.
Duran, yeah, Duran, but I don't think Bob Marley was.
Anyway, Gavin from Birmingham text me saying, slid into my DM saying, "Hi Rob, absolutely love the show as always. It's a Friday night treat. For a Weller Watch, I saw the absolute loudmouth snake Janet Street Porter sat in a bar in Birmingham. I immediately messaged back saying, was she having a quarter of a pint, quarter and quarter? And he just replied saying, no. And that was the end of my discussion with Gavin. So thank you, Gavin. Don't know if you actually do watch the show or listen, but thank you anyway. Janet Street Porter was in a bar in Birmingham. Didn't even have the heart to ask him which one.
No, yeah. Well, if it got back to you about the quarter,
about the quarter, maybe. And let's just say it was Walkabout, and let's move on.
Could you imagine seeing Janet Street Porter in Walkabout?
Oh.
Is there a Walkabout in Birmingham? I hope
Probably,
there is.
there's one everywhere.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, she isn't, Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
She isn't a dreamboat.
Oh,
She's not.
I think I know where this one's going.
We will play Monk's Dreamboat. That was well a watch. Thank you very much. Please do send in anything. Anytime you see a celebrity doing a mundane thing, I want to know about it, because I will just tell you about it all on the radio. I can't keep seeing these celebrities myself. No. You know, I can't carry this burden.
Although Maxine Peake is that's definitely a highlight of the series.
Yeah, it's a highlight of the series. But yeah, we need to top that. So if if anyone sees Harry Styles, doing something that rhymes with Styles, then that'd be great.
The only thing that came to my head was Piles, and I was like, why would you see Harry Styles?
If you can see Harry Styles buying some hemorrhoid cream, let us know. In a drugstore in Fleet in Hampshire. Yeah. Send me a tweet. But anyway, this is by Monks. It's called Dreamboat. It was out earlier on this year. Wrap your ears around this one. I think it's a little toe tapper.
Scott, welcome to the program. Thank you. What is lucid dreaming and what's non-lucid dreaming? And perhaps even an example of one of your lucid dreams. There's a lot of misunderstanding about it because the phrase itself doesn't really define what it is. The dream that's lucid is one in which the dreamer becomes aware during the dream.
I can't believe it, what I don't see.
that they are dreaming. And usually it is accompanied by the statement, I am dreaming, or this must be a dream. So it has more to do with the dreamer than the dream itself. The dream may be beautiful or horrible, but the thing that makes it lucid is the dreamer.
Great little tune, that, Rob.
Yeah, big fan of that myself. Really enjoyed that one. Yeah, it's just a big old full tune, isn't it? It just sort of fills out a room. It's really good, really good.
Does indeed. Cheers for Pete getting in touch. A couple more Weller watches for next week. Sure, we'll keep hold of them ones.
Thank you, Pete.
Unless anyone else gets in touch with any more in the meantime, though I highly doubt it. We occasionally get the one or two, but we've got two good ones here, so I don't. I think one of them is definitely not going to be beaten. But for now, we're slowly running out of time. We have 14 minutes of the show left, and we've still got another 2-3 tracks to get through.
Three tracks.
3 tracks to get to. So,
and also a quick announcement: I'm not actually going to be here next week either.
I'm away next week.
I'm actually in Margate. We've gone all show without mentioning it. I'm actually away next week, so I think Jacob is actually going to get a guest presenter, maybe.
Potentially, it might be me and my sock puppet at this rate. But if any regular listeners to the show want to come and co-host next week, get in touch. What am I going to do about a play? Can you still send us a playlist?
I might be able to squeeze a playlist together for you.
You don't get a week off that easy.
But I'm taking my laptop, so yeah, I might be able to squeeze a wee playlist. But yeah, if you do want to co-host with Jacob, then yeah,
get in touch. Have a little competition.
Get in touch.
Send us your best Weller watch. Best Weller watch gets to co-host next week for us.
Yes. Absolutely.
Anyway, we're going to jump straight into some music because we are running very thin on time. We've got a very full Power Half Hour. Power Half Hour we've got coming up for you. We've got some soul wax, some of the music, some pigs, something for the weekend by the band Comedy. We've got a bit of Inspiral Carpets featuring Marquis Smith and The Cures, The Caterpillar. However, in the meantime, one of my new favourite bands from Sweden, I believe.
Yes.
Certainly Scandinavian. They're called Viagra Boys. They're absolutely fantastic. They've got a live stream session that they've done in a warehouse recently during all the
really good
qualities, which I watched the other night for the first time. It's class, 7 songs live. They're about 7-piece band. They've got saxophone, they've got synthesizers, they've got the guitars, they've got all sorts going on, and they've just got one of the coolest frontmen I've ever seen, who just doesn't really seem to know what's going on, but yet never misses a beat. Incredible. Called the Viagra Boys, and without further ado, this song is called Sports.
Baseball, basketball, wiener dog, short shorts, cigarette, surfboard, ping pong, rugby ball, wiener dog, skiing down on the beach. Sports. 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 Volleyball. Naked girls, naked boys do the dance down on the beach. Smoking dope, short shorts, cigarette. Getting high in the morning. Buying things off the internet. Sports! 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 Getting high in the morning. Not answering calls. Volleyball! Beach ball! Surfboard! Rugby ball! Sports! 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 Baseball! Oh, volleyball! Cigarettes! A wiener dog! Down on the beach! A barbecue! Getting high with your friends on the basketball court. Sunglasses on when you sleep. That's a sport. Sport. Sports. 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 Sports.
Viagra boys have got us kicked off Facebook.
Lovely. Thanks for that, fellas. Just what we're
Yes.
after.
Yes, but yeah, I love Viagra boys. I think they're absolutely fantastic. Yeah, they've done some raucous gigs in Manchester. They were supposed to be doing Gorilla, and it sold out like that. And again, obviously for reasons that we all know, that obviously they're not doing it anymore. But yeah, hopefully looking forward to seeing them again very, very soon. I think they played White Hotel as well once, I think, which would have been off the chain. There was talk of them doing a little core tour with Fat White Family.
Oh, really?
That'd have been class, yeah. But yeah, my mum's not a fan. She said that was crap. I like it. I think
I do prefer them live than on record. From what I've seen with the live videos and the live sessions,
yeah.
I do
Their
prefer.
album was really good. Listen to that. Yeah, just listen to the album. I think it is really good. But yeah, we've got 7 minutes left,
Which is just time for 2 more tunes and then the power half hour. We're all full up now. No more requests. Sold out completely. Can't do any more. Can't fit anything else into the power half hour. We've got Soulwax. We've got music. We've got, well, obviously we've got music, but we've got
The music.
We've got Pigs, Inspiral Carpets and Marky Smith, The Cure, and the Divine Comedy. Bit of a 90s feel today. We had a couple of noticed bangers thrown in there. But last out of the new music before we get to that, Robert.
Well, we got 2. This is less, yes. So this is Trophies for Pain. It's by a band called Halloweens. This is actually the side project for the Vaccines lead singer. We played the keyboardist the other month, didn't we? His little side project.
Wonder what the bassist is up to.
He's in Fallowfield, mate.
Still there.
But no, this is really good. It's called Trophies for Pain. It's by the Halloweens. This is off their latest EP, the Maserati Anxiety Designed, that was out this year. And yeah, I think it's really good. Listen to the EP as well if you get a chance, because I think it is really, really good. And you won't be able to. I don't think you'll be able to tell from this song it is the lead singer from the Vaccines, but the other ones are very much sort of his style. But yeah, listen to this one, see what you think.
Think out your music, lost is acoustic, so they say. Let it play. So bored of winning, but I'm just beginning. Let it rain, let it flow. Trophies for pain, trophies for pain. Oh yeah, we're the fucking champions. Trophies for pain, we win again. Oh yeah, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, let's go. Straight to the Clipper, Venetian slippers on the dime, paying cash, top qualifier, damn I'm on fire, let it rain, let it go. Set up, keep on hanging on, hanging on. Set up, keep on hanging on, hanging on, hanging on. Trophies for pain, trophies for pain. Oh yeah, we're the fucking champions. Trophies for pain, we win again. Oh yeah, trophies for pain, trophies for pain. Oh yeah, we're the fucking champions. Trophies for pain, we win again. Oh yeah, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, let's go.
I really like that. And like you said, it does not sound remotely like the singer from Vaccines. But
No, it doesn't.
Stuff sounds a bit more, what's the word? A bit more congruent?
Don't even know if that's a word.
Definitely is. I just don't know if it's the right definition. We'll get one more stream before we get onto the power off hour. Should we just jump straight on it?
Well, yes, I'll say my goodbyes. Thank you very much to everyone for listening. I will not be here next week, Jacob. I'll leave Jacob in your capable hands. I will do the playlist though, and I will update you when I come back whether I got that first class train ticket.
I'm being left in everyone else's capable hands. You mean everyone's left in my capable hands?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, cool.
Tomato, tomato.
Tomato, tomato. This one's called California Screaming. It's by Liz Lawrence. We played this one before. I'll leave you with the power off hour. Enjoy your weekend, everyone. And yeah, I'm out. So yeah, see you later.
Safe journey to London, Robert.
Thank you very much.
Left my body landing, rushing all abandoned, racing to the bottom. Catastrophic fear.
Liz, California, Screaming. I'm going to jump straight in with the music this week. As we mentioned on the show earlier on, they've just announced a huge gig with the Cribs and the Coral and the Scuttlers. It's going to be an amazing show, that. This is The People by The Music.
Hey, Monday morning, see what you're missing. I can't live my life like this, boy. Myself, hey, little lady, see what you're missing. I can't get enough of your love. She goes, oh, na, 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 na,
That was the music there with the people. We're definitely going to go and try and get tickets to their show with the Cribs and the Coral, which was announced today. Going to keep the dance vibes going with Soul Wax up next, and a tune from one of their early albums, E Talking. Soul Wax there, one of their early hits. I absolutely love that. Early noughties dance floor banger. Very much remember dancing around like a ninny in Live Lounge to the likes of that, the Rapture, the Klaxons, all that kind of indie dance crossover that was coming out at the time. Going to wind it back a little bit now to the heady days of the 90s for the next few tunes. This first one is Inspiral Carpets featuring Mark E. Smith of Full Fame. Thanks to Mike to get in touch with this one. And it's called I Want.
The old fucking kitchen sink. There are already illness rumors circulating around, too. I think you should remember whose side you are on. No one said it was gonna be easy. No one ever said it was gonna be easy. I painted tears of barriers broken. I painted tears with the barriers broken. And climb a board and not come around. Climbing the board on the one. I think you should remember whose side you are on. Just like sides on the wheels of the motion. There are already illness reports circulating around. I think you should remember whose side you are on. My heart is set harder and harder. No time set to beat. It's not in my nature. Of course, the killer. I'm a British scabber. 1, 2, 3, 9, 5. That's since you ended summer. Clearly over. You. And I want you back. No one ever said it was gonna be easy. A pain to tease me, the barriers broken. Rough breakdown song. You say you lost her to Stone and Wiz. So what did you look like that? I want you. I want you back. The Dutch East India Company and the USA of A think they can fool with this since they used your ear. I want you. I want you back.
Mark E. Smith and Inspiral Carpets there, two of Manchester's finest on one record. Really like that one. Thanks to Mike for getting that request in. We're going to stay in the late 80s, early 90s here. We're going to jump straight over to The Cure. I think this one might be from 1984, but I can't remember rightly. It might be 2004. Either way, however my knowledge lies, this one's by The Cure. It goes out to Susie and it's called The Caterpillar.
Flowing and filling up my hopeless heart. Oh, never, never go. Oh, dust my lemon lies with powder pink and sweet. The day I stop is the day you change and fly away from me. hypnotized, I'm mesmerized. Your flames, the flames that kissed me dead. Oh, dust my lemon light with powder, pink and sweet. The day I stop is the day you change and fly away from me. Caterpillar, go flowing and filling up my hopeless heart. Never, never go. Oh, dust my lemon light, the light with powder, pink and sweet. The day I stop is the day you change and fly away, away from me.
One of the most obscure Cure songs there. That was the Caterpillar. I'm going to jump straight into a bit more lovely 90s music. One of my favourite bands, actually, on the sly. I used to love growing up listening to these. They're called The Divine Comedy. I'm sure you'll all be aware of them. And this is one of their, probably their best track. It's called Something for the Weekend.
Hello. Ooh. I say, how about a little kiss? Oh, don't be unkind.
Something in the woodshed, and I can hear it breathing. It's such an eerie feeling, darling. He said, there's nothing in the woodshed. It's your imagination and of the conversation
That's about all we've got time for on this week's Suck It and Spin show. Thanks for everyone for tuning in. Thanks for everyone getting your requests in for the Power Half Hour. It's been a lovely, lovely show, though a lonely one for me in the last half hour. Our Robert's on his way down to London and had to get an early dart. Anyway, this last tune came in from Rick Brooks, the man himself. Hello, baby. It's by Pigs, and it's called GNT. Thanks again if you've been tuning in from Manchester Radio Live. Thanks for tuning in. If you're still with us on YouTube, cheers again for listening. We will catch you at the same time, 6 p.m. next Friday. Thank you and goodbye.